Hey folks, it's Carrie from Pretty Neat. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. I share videos here every week about organizing and decluttering your home and adopting a minimalist mindset, so I hope you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around. Today I'd like to talk about clutter and determining when clutter is a problem in your home and when it is not a problem. So this idea came to me from a conversation that I had recently with a client. I had worked with her several weeks ago and we had decluttered and organized her bedroom. We had gotten rid of some clothing, we had rearranged things, folded a lot of stuff, got it put away in the drawers, and the space was looking really great. I had a follow-up appointment with her several weeks later, so she shared with me that after we had met, about a week went by and her bedroom got cluttered up again. She just got busy, she has a toddler, things got kind of crazy, and she had left some clothes out, she had done laundry and it was sitting out, and she said her husband made this comment like, "Didn't you just organize this room? Why does it look like such a mess?" And she shared it because she was a little annoyed with his comment, but she said that she was able to declutter and get things put away in a really short period of time. That once she had a little bit of time in her schedule, she was able to go in there and put the laundry away. She said she knew where everything went. The clothes all had a home, and it really was not a big deal to get it back to its organized state. I thought this was a great story. I was glad she shared it with me. And I think the point from this is that just because you get your home organized, it doesn't mean that it's never going to look messy. It doesn't mean that it's never going to get cluttered up again. Particularly if you live with other people, if you have children, if you have pets, if you have a hectic household, you are probably going to have times where your home looks like a disaster. And honestly, that's okay. If you have a system in place, you have plans for where everything gets stored, and it doesn't take you a long time to get it back to that organized state. My point here is that all of our homes are going to look messy sometimes. That's just part of life. Oftentimes when I come home from working, I will drop all the stuff that I had with me. I'll have like my work bag and tools. I might have some organizing supplies with me, and I will usually just drop them on the floor in my entryway when I come home. Take my shoes off, leave them out too. I might have a jacket on. I might not hang it up right away. I might just toss it on a chair somewhere. And so that area of my home will sometimes look kind of messy. And sometimes when I come home from work, I just don't have the energy to go putting everything away. And this is okay because when I do have the time and the energy, maybe later that night, maybe it's the next day, maybe it's the day after that, it only takes me like 5 minutes or less to get all that stuff put away. We should give ourselves a little bit of a break here and accept the fact that our house isn't always going to look pristine, and we don't really have to be worried about that unless it's a chronic problem or unless it's really difficult for us to get it back to that organized state. So how can you tell if your particular clutter in your home is really a problem or if it's just a temporary issue that you can fix easily? Is this something that you can fix in a short period of time? If your living room is cluttered up with kids' toys, does it just live in that state all the time? Or can you easily go in there and put everything away within like 5 to 10 minutes? If you can't put things away easily, if putting things away and getting your house to an organized state is really a major project, that's a sign that the clutter is actually part of a bigger issue. If you do not have a place to put things away, then that is a sign that you need to pare down. I will often advise with my clients that we assign a home to everything. so that things aren't just floating around your house, but they actually have a place where they live. And then the intention there is that those things find themselves back to their home. If you have a real problem assigning a home to things, if your storage spaces are all totally jam-packed and you can't fit another thing in them, that is a sign that you have too many things, and that is the reason why stuff is just sitting out, because there basically isn't a place to put it away. If this is something you're experiencing, if you have stuff sitting out and you really can't put it anywhere, in a closet, in cabinets, in drawers, then it's time to go through those storage spaces and it's time to clear some of that stuff out. If the idea of putting away clutter is really overwhelming to you, if you can't even think about where to start, that is also a sign that clutter is actually a problem. If there isn't an easy solution, if you can't look around at the stuff and think, oh yeah, I can get that all put away, I know where it goes. If it just is overwhelming or you are kind of unsure of what to do with it all, then that's a sign that you don't have a system in place for where you're storing things, and that needs to be addressed. So if clutter is a problem, if you've determined that things are just sitting out, they're messy, it's a perpetual issue, and there isn't an easy solution, here are some ways to get that clutter under control. First of all, paring things down is probably necessary. So I advise going through those storage spaces, pulling things out and actually looking at them, asking yourself some questions. When's the last time I used this? Do I even like this thing? Is it bringing any sort of value to my life? I have another video here on my channel talking about some questions you can ask yourself about your stuff. I'll be sure and link that in the description box below. Once you have pared your things down so that you have enough storage space to put things away, then it's time to assign things a home. Make a decision about where you're going to store specific items. Try to store them near the places where you're likely to use them, where you're likely to reach for them. Give those things a place to live. That is step one in getting clutter under control. Once you have assigned things a home, the next step is being disciplined about putting things away when you're done using them, or putting things away at some point when you have the time to address them. So if things are being left out, if your house looks cluttered, and the issue is not that there isn't a place to put them, it's just that things are not getting put in those places, then try to carve out time in your day to do this. Try to cultivate this habit of putting things away. And if you can find even just 5 or 10 minutes a day, I have found when I'm trying to establish new habits, doing something called habit stacking is helpful. So I look at a habit that I already am doing regularly, something that is already a part of my day, and then I try to attach the new habit to that one. If your process at the end of the night is to cook dinner and then clean up the kitchen, wipe down the counters, get the dishes put away, run the dishwasher, maybe that's the time to have a little decluttering session and basically just put away those things that have been sitting out. Maybe the morning works better for you. Maybe it's when you walk in the door from work, maybe change out of work clothes, and then you're gonna spend a little time putting things away, and then you can relax for the evening. It might take some experimenting to find the time where this will work for you, but the point is to make it somewhat of a regular habit so that things aren't just sitting out all the time. So I know that these are not easy solutions, and if you are looking for a little additional help, particularly if you have small children at home, I have partnered with Katie Henry. She's a childcare expert, and we've created an online course. It's called Too Much Kids Stuff, and in it we address the process of decluttering your kids' stuff, how to set up systems for staying organized in your home. And we even provide some suggestions for organizing products that have worked for us in order to keep these kinds of things under control and storing them efficiently. And if you are interested, I will be sure to put the link down below. Our course covers organizing kids' clothing, toys, books, crafts, and paperwork. So now that the school year is wrapping up, this might be a good time to address all those things so that when school starts back in the fall, you'll be in great shape and you'll feel like your house is under control. So I'll be sure to link the course down below. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please hit the like button. It helps my channel out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe. I share new videos here every week about organizing and decluttering your home and adopting a minimalist mindset. Talk to you soon.